Tottenham Hotspur have beaten Crystal Palace in each of their last 4 Premier League encounters, but Wembley Stadium's large playing surface could play into the Eagles' hands on Sunday, according to Adrian Clarke. If Palace manager Roy Hodgson could extend the length and width of the Selhurst Park pitch, I suspect he would jump at the opportunity. Wilfried Zaha, Andros Townsend and Ruben Loftus-Cheek all love running with the ball at the feet, and for athletic players of their ilk, bigger fields of play are advantageous. The reasons are straightforward. On larger-than-average pitches, defenders find it tougher to get tight enough to slow the attackers down, and from the speedy dribbler's perspective, the more space they have to run into, the easier it is to shine. Wembley's pitch dimensions are 4 meters longer and 1 meter wider than Palace's home ground, while White Hart Lane was another 1 meter shorter and narrower than that. So ahead of Sunday's contest, Zaha and his teammates will be rubbing their hands in anticipation of a surface that, in theory at least, should suit the strengths. The running men, while Spurs will start as favourites, the manager Mauricio Pochettino will be wary of the threat posed by Palace's exciting runners, all of whom feature among the best dribblers. Premier League's top dribblers in 201,718 player dribbles attempted dribbles completed per match: Zaha 31-15 3.75, Coutinho 29-18 3.60, Loftus-Cheek 32-21 3.50, Townsend 48-34 3.40, Pogba 17-13 3.25, Hazard 28-22.86. In terms of form, the fit again, Zaha is the player who most stands out. Last weekend the Ivory Coast international scored a memorable stoppage-time equaliser against West Ham United, and it was the least he deserved for another impressive showing. He had 6 efforts on goal and burst into the penalty area on numerous occasions. For a player who made only 14 passes in the contest, he was incredibly penetrative inside the area, just as he was when scoring against Chelsea last month too. Pace down the sides. In the absence of Christian Benteke, Hodgson has reverted to a standard 442, but his use of 2 natural wingers, Zaha and Townsend, as his front men has been fascinating to watch. The main feature of the play during the last 3 place matches has been the vibrancy of the movement. Mixing up their game by coming short and spinning into the wide areas, the pair have proven elusive from the markers. Townsend is an excellent crosser of the ball, while the explosive power and pace of Zaha worries defenders most. Together, the blend has worked pretty well. Zaha's threat whenever the Eagles recover possession at Wembley Stadium. I expect them to try to pick out Zaha in the channels early. While the makeshift striker will be happy to run at any member of the Spurs defense, his eye will be on spinning into the space behind the right wing-back. It's an area of the pitch he particularly revels in. Once there, instead of facing the injured Toby Alderweireld in a 1v1, he will most likely encounter Eric Dier. The England defender is quicker than the absent Belgian, but has a large physical frame that is not especially well suited to having to twist and turn at speed. Zaha's blistering pace and trickery could be too much for Dier if he is allowed the space to run at him. In terms of speed, the Crystal Palace star has the legs on all of the Spurs' rearguard, so wherever he picks up the ball he will pose a serious threat. Top speeds 201,718 km per hour. Zaha, Dier, Vertonghen, Sanchez, MW 834.4, 31.6, 32.1, 29.9, MW 934.2, 27.4, 30.5, 30.8, MW 1033.8, 33.0, 31.0. Now Hodgson will need every player to be on top of their game to compete in this fixture, but you sense it is his speedy attackers who could hold the key to success. If Palace can get Zaha, Townsend and Loftus-Cheek running at the Spurs' rearguard, things could get interesting. Tomorrow Part 3, Morata and Lukaku can shine with better supply line. Also in this series Part 1, Arsenal discipline can stem Man City tide.